Alright, we stopped here the other day. Okay, part 2, then they ask you to explain whether your answers to part 1 and part 2, that means these two, whether your these two answers, right, would change if x, you know x is an angle, right? The question first told you that x is between 0 and 90, okay, and y is between 0 and 90 also. That means they're in the first quadrant. Alright, but now they're asking you, right, if it's not in the first quadrant, if it's like in the this is 90, 180, 270, 270 to 360, that means the last quadrant. What they're asking you, right, is the last quadrant. Would your answer still be the same? That's what they're asking you in this final part, okay? So I don't know whether you have thought about it, but right now we are talking about this quadrant. This quadrant, your x is here. Okay, that's what this is trying to say. Okay, and then of course your y is no longer in the 0 to 90. It is, sorry, not here, but 270 to 360. That means here lah. Alright, so they're talking about ASTC, the C, quadrant C, where cosine is positive. Okay, so if you were to look at part 1, this is what they asked you to find, and you've already found it here. Okay, remember we changed this to this and so on and so forth, right? So can you see that cos x will be positive in this quadrant? Cosine here is positive, alright? And cosine y also positive, okay? Which means that your this one is positive and your this one is positive. Okay, so your cos x cos y here, right, will still be 3 over 7. So this part will still be correct. Okay, and for your cos x minus y, this second part here, right, yeah, you see here, they are all still valid. Okay, because this would still be 3 over 7, and then this one will still be the 4 over 7 here. Okay, so that is what they are trying to say lah, Okay, we are now, I show you where we are now. We have so far finished this, okay, 2 questions, right? Then 17 also finished. So we have done 3 questions so far. Now today I'm going to do question 18, 19. They are a bit heavy going. They are a bit heavy going. In your O level, you won't get such complicated question, okay? Now the question is actually just here only. The rest are all the solution. Alright? Now some of you, when you see this question, you may be very confused. What are they trying to tell you to do? Now they are trying to ask you to prove that this cosine a plus b plus c, right, is equals to cos a cos b cos c minus sin a sin b sin c minus sin a sin b sin c minus cos a sin b sin c. So it's this whole long answer. No? So if you write it out, it's a very long thing. So in the O level, right, they won't give you this kind of complicated stuff lah. Then you will ask me, then do for what? Okay lah, never mind. We do for practice sake. Okay, we do for what you call that? Broadening your mind, stretching your brain, and then we practice how to use this addition formula. Okay, now we will prove this first. Now how do I prove this? Cos whole thing, a plus b plus c is this whole thing. Now what you can do, right, is this one here. You group these Because in your formula, if you remember right, in your formula, I'm going to draw the not draw lah. I'm going to bring the formula down so they can refer to it. This formula we are going to do use the second one. So can you see that cos A plus B, right? Now I'm taking this whole thing as 1. This is your A, then plus this B plus C, right, is your second one. Okay? So you don't care, it can be P, Q, R or W, X, Y or whatever, right? You just use this identity like a formula like that, okay? So what comes first appears here. What comes second appears here. Okay? So we're going to do it this way. Meaning, if it's a plus, you have to change the sign, remember? Plus, cosine, you must change the sign. So plus become minus. Then it is cos, the first one. Cos, second one. Minus sine, sine. Okay? Then after that, what do you do? If you notice what they want us to prove, right? They are all multiplied together. Can you see? This term all multiplied together. The second term all multiplied together. Third one, fourth one all multiplied together. So what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to also so-called expand this using the same identity here. So it's going to be cos minus, change the sign, sine, sine. There. Hey, this part here, don't get confused. I'm going to use red ink. This part here is this part here, okay? Then now I'm going to change the ink color. This part here, can you see this minus here? This minus is this minus. This sine A is this sine A, okay? Now you sine B, cos B, cos B, sine C. Like that. Okay? What's the benefit of this? Then you can rainbow method. Remember rainbow method? This time this is this whole thing. Minus this times this. That's this whole thing. Then now second line already. Minus sine A times this whole thing, you will get this. Then minus sine A times this whole thing, you will get this. Okay? So you have shown it already, no? You have shown it already. You go and compare. They are exactly the same. Okay? If you can't see, you look at this and this. Third line and this last line here, they are the same, right? Okay? Then sine A, sine B, cos C there, here. Alright, and this cos A, cos B, cos C, this one is this one. And then this one is this one. Okay, so you have actually proven it already. Done. Okay? Now, the next part, they say using the result in part 1. Show that this is this. Okay, then you see, using the result means you have to use, this is the starting point, this is the ending point, right? So how do I show that cos 3A is equals to this? I change this, not change, this one remains as A. I let B be A also. And I let C be A also. So that they are all A. So don't you agree that A plus A plus A is 3A? Then you get this. So this is what we do. That means we let B be A, C be A also. Okay? So this is what you do. So that you can get cos 3A, which is what they want, right? Then now how? Oh, that means your this A is A, B is B, C is A is A, B is A, C is A. All this you change to A. Then when you do that, right? When you do that, you will get this. Can you see that this whole thing is cos cube? Okay, I'm going to change the color of the pen. Here, use red now. Then this one, can you see that is sine square cosine A? Okay, now change color. Okay, you can try on your own. You try on your own. Use green. This part here is, you can combine the two sine square together, right? So you get this. Okay, and lastly, sine square A cos A, sine square A cos A there. Alright, now very nicely, can you see that this sine square A cos A, sine square A cos A, sine square A cos A appear 3 times? So it is actually minus 3 cos square A like that. Okay, then you will see, I now still don't get what I want. I only managed to get this, right? I only managed to get this. But you see, this one is 4 cos cube A. I don't have 4 cos cube A, how? Then this is cos A. I have cos A here, but I have an additional sine square A here, which is not present in the expression that they want me to have on the right hand side. So how? Again, I hope you remember that sine square A plus cos square A equals to 1, right? Okay, and from here, you can find your sine square A. That will be 1 minus cos square A. There you see, I replace this. The rest all remains the same. Okay, then now what you do is you multiply in, multiply the 3 in, okay, then multiply the cos in. You can do it one shot. You can do it one shot. This is doing step by step. Then you will find that, I have cos square A here. Sorry, cos cube A here. 3 cos cube A here. Okay, because this times this is minus 3 cos cube A, but then you got plus times the minuses, so it become plus, right? Altogether, there are 4 of them, minus 3 cos A. There, you have shown already. Hey, sorry, not this one. Here. Okay? Yeah, so that's all. Now, the last part, explain how you could use the addition formulae. Addition formulae is which one? Addition formulae is, let me bring it down. It's this one, okay? This is what we call the addition formulae. To prove that cos 3A equals to this one. Then you're asking me, what are they asking us to do? Isn't this proven here already? You see, exactly the same. So what are they asking me to do? Okay, so just now, you are using this result to prove this. Correct? This result to prove this. This result is not really addition formula or addition formula. Addition formula is this one. Okay, so now they want you to use the addition formula. So how? Addition formula is like that one. One thing here, then either plus or minus another thing here. Okay, so we have here, they want cos 3A, right? So we break the 3A, we break it up into A plus 2A. Remember, when I first started introducing to you addition formula, we have something like that, right? So when you have an odd number here, you can break it up into an odd and even. This one later in the next few lessons, we will learn double angle, okay? But right now you just know this. Okay, so after you have done this, you see this question doesn't require you to prove, they just want you to explain only. So you just say express this in terms of this, done already. Then use the addition formula to expand what? This one. So it be cos, okay, I show you what they mean. It be cos, see, cos, sin, right? Then you change this plus to minus. Cos, minus sin. Okay? Then now what? Replace all the sine square A by 1 minus cos square A to prove the identity. Okay? Now, this part here actually is a little bit overlap with the next thing that I'm teaching you, the double angle. Okay, so if you don't know what they are saying here, never mind, you just leave it first, okay? Next time when we learn double angle, then you know what they're talking about. Okay, so that's all for this question. Finish already. Alright, now I'm going to one more. Today we do a little bit more. But these two are very heavy going lah. Okay, never mind because now weekend we didn't do anything, so now we do a little bit more. Now they say here, given that a plus b plus c is 180, show that tangent a plus tangent b plus tangent c equals to this. Now how do you show that? Okay, you see how to from something plus something plus something become something times something times something. How did that happen? So we need to use, as you can see later, addition formula here lah. Addition formula here. Okay, but we have to do what we call a trick here. A trick, not really a trick lah, just a method just a method to simplify things. So if this plus this plus this is 180, right? If I were to want to know what C is equals to, don't you agree is 180 minus A plus B? Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take tangent A plus tangent B, okay, plus tangent C. Now the C, I'm using this instead. Okay, I'm using this instead. Then this one remains the same, but I'm going to do something here. Then you ask me do what? Okay, do you know that tangent 180 minus A plus B is this one? I think you might have forgotten already. Tangent 180 degrees minus, let's say, an angle, right? What does this mean? What does this mean? Okay, I think you might have forgotten. We did this like 3-4 months ago. Okay, remember, if this is theta, okay, then this angle here, where this is also theta, right? Remember, this is like your acute angle, the reference angle. This will be 180 minus theta. Okay? Yeah, so what they're trying to ask you, right, is, you know, down here this angle all positive, right? Then S only sine positive here, only tangent positive here, and only cosine positive here, right? So ASTC, tangent 180 minus A plus B. This is like your theta. Okay, I hope you still remember. This is like your theta. So, they are actually referring to the second quadrant. The second quadrant, right, your tangent is negative, still remember? So that's why there is this minus here. There's this minus here. And we don't care about the 180. Do you remember? We don't care about 180. We just take the angle here, theta, which is A plus B. Okay, this is the hardest part to understand, I think. Alright? After that, right, it's just a matter of, let me now bring the addition formula down. Okay, you see? Tangent A plus B. Okay, the minus, just leave it outside. Okay, don't do anything to it. Tangent A plus B there. Tangent A plus B, just follow, just follow, and then you will get this finish. See, this one didn't do anything, didn't change. Then this one changed, didn't change, sorry. Okay, then now you're thinking to yourself, so what? This is still plus something, but they want times something, tangent A times tangent B times tangent C. Then how? So what we do now, right, is, I hope you can see. Okay, can you see that this tangent A plus tangent B, okay, is found here, right? It's also found here. So if I were to take this out, as a common factor, this one, okay, you must put bracket, must put bracket. Don't you agree that there must be a 1 here? This times 1 is this, tangent A plus tangent B. Then this times this whole thing, because this is tangent A plus B over 1, right? So this times this is on top, lor. Okay, so this is what you get, lah. Alright? Okay, then now this remains unchanged. Okay, what is happening here, alright, is 1 means correct. Don't you agree? This over this is just 1, no? And minus 1 over this is exactly what I wrote written here. Now, if I were to combine, because the denominator is exactly the same, right? Okay. Don't you agree? It's just 1 minus this minus 1. So isn't it just minus tangent A, tangent B, which is what I have here? Can you see that? Okay, once you see that, once you understand that, you can continue already. I erase this because I got no space already. If you don't understand, you rewind. Okay, you go back. You scroll back the YouTube video. But this is how you get this. Okay, when you write this, rewrite this, and then minus the 1, then you end up with only this fellow. Okay, then now you ask me, then now what? Okay, now you see, we want tangent A times tangent B times tangent C, right? Tangent A times tangent B is here already, you see? We are very happy to have this, correct? Okay, so that is what the, this is what I want, you see? Tangent A times tangent B. Because this minus, is just minus times this whole thing. So I'm going to throw this whole thing here. This thing that I circled, right? This thing that I circled, here. I throw it here, sorry. Why? Because that is what I want. But of course, I don't want the minus, but the minus I put here first. Okay, I don't want the minus, but the minus I put there first. Because minus can be very confusing if I put here. Alright, now, if this fella goes here, the one that circled goes here, this fella, which is something the over 1, right? When I multiply, this can be on top. Oh, isn't this addition formula? Then I can simply write it as tangent A plus B, lor. Okay, so don't worry, your O level won't be so tough. No, won't be so tough. Okay, red color, no. Okay, but we are just practicing how to use the addition formula for tangent. Okay, now. Then you ask me, then for what? Because I don't have A plus B here. It's only A, B, C. A and B we have already. But A plus B is what? A plus B is 180 minus C. Remember? 180 minus, not here. A plus B is 180 degrees minus C. Correct? Okay, then now you see, you see same story as just now. If I call this C, this would be C, then don't you agree that 180 minus C, tangent of 180 minus C, right, is just minus tangent C. Same as just now what you have here. Okay, I repeat. I think this is the hardest part. If this is C, you do a reflection, right? This will be C also. Alright, then this angle will be 180 degrees minus C. Okay? So ASTC, tangent of this, of course, is positive lah. But tangent of this angle, this one, will be negative tangent C. Do you remember? There. That's why the answer, oh, there's a minus here. There's a minus here, so it's tangent A, tangent B, tangent C. Finish. Okay, so this is a very tough question. That's why it's labeled red color. Alright. Don't worry if you don't really understand how it goes. The whole idea is to practice your addition formula. Okay. Now, the next session, okay, we have finished the textbook question already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions all finished. The next lesson, I'm going to discuss this Pop Quiz 11.3 given to you before the holiday. So please try it. Okay, I'm going to go through next lesson. Thank you.